this fucking confusing thing and there's a lot going on.
Does anybody else feel like this where life is just weird? Sometimes you feel like you can conquer the whole world and everything is in your hands and there's nothing you can't do. And other times it's like you still know that you can, but you're just not really feeling yourself as much and you start to doubt whether or not you're crazy or I don't know. I feel like especially like in this day and age, everything is so weird, you know? Like some people are barely making it paycheck to paycheck and other people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars and some people are extremely successful and then some people are really really struggling and I'm in my early 20s and I feel so confused a lot of the time and I'm going from being somebody who I've always been and doing the things as I've always done to changing and growing and evolving and healing and trying to become better and trying to work on my mindset and be more positive and be grateful for everything that I have in my life and how beautiful my life really is. And I just know I can't be the only one who's like, just doesn't always understand what the fuck is going on, you know? It's really windy out here and I can see my tripod moving a lot, so give me a second. But yeah, I feel like it's really common and it's just not really talked about all that much. You just see what you see on social media, which is literally one and the or the other. People struggling really bad and hating their lives and being really in victim and really negative. And then you see other people who are like, oh, I just made $700 million this month and I'm only 18 years old and I'm the most successful motherfucker ever and this is how you can do it too. And I started a gajillion-dollar business at 20 and it can just be so overwhelming feeling like you have to have it all together and feeling like you have to have your life figured out right now. And I don't think that we have to have our lives figured out right now. I think a lot of us are just figuring it out as we go. I think it's really beautiful when you can just like quiet the world out enough to listen to your intuition. You know, we all have that inner knowing and I often talk about the little voice inside your head, but I haven't really distinguished between the two because there's that one voice, it's like, who the fuck do you think you are? You worthless piece of shit, you can't do anything. And then there's that other voice that's like, hey, I think that direction is really good for you, and I think that'll make you really happy. And they could be super contradictive because this one's like, what the fuck makes you think that you can do that? And the other one is like, you can learn and that makes you happy and you want to do that. So the little voice that I refer to, there's the voice of fear and there's your intuition, and they're not the same voice. Your intuition is not mean to you. Your intuition doesn't make you feel bad about yourself or incapable or unworthy. That's fear. If you can quiet the world enough to ask yourself what you really want and then find a way to go towards that direction, even if it's this much, find a way to go towards the direction of the things that you want out of this life. I think you'll be amazed at the beauty that comes out of that. It can be so confusing when you just don't understand a lot of things and there's so much going on, yet somehow nothing at the same time, and everything is just so like weird. We live in such a weird time, you know? I'm here to remind you to just take a breath. I'm here to remind you that everything is okay. To remind you that you don't have to have everything figured out today, but you can take one tiny little step towards a direction that feels good to you. Just because you don't know today doesn't mean you can't learn tomorrow. Doesn't mean you can't grow towards that direction. Doesn't mean that you can't choose yourself every step of the way. It's okay to be wherever you are right now, but don't let yourself lie down when you know that there's a life out there ahead of you waiting for you, and you don't have to climb the whole staircase today, but you can take one step today. My name is Janice Lee, and I'm also confused as fuck. I also don't really know what the fuck I'm doing a lot of the time, and life is so crazy and so weird and constantly changing, and there's a lot of influence from the outside world of what it's supposed to look like, and people who are doing so much better than you and people who are doing so much worse than you, and it's just this fucking confusing thing and there's a lot going on. But I promised myself that I'm gonna show up here for 100 days straight, no matter what. Today is day 28. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We're figuring it out together. We really are. And I'm building my community because I don't want us to go through this life feeling alone when so many of us are experiencing such similar things, you know? We each have our own beautiful individual journey, but we're so connected in lots of ways. If you want to grow and change and evolve and heal and be a little bit better than you used to be and choose different habits that feel good to you, this is the place for you. And you are safe here, and you are loved here, and you are appreciated here. You are seen and heard here. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for this journey. I'm grateful for this life. As confusing as it can feel sometimes, we will figure this stuff out together. I love you so much. Thank you. I'm going to show you guys. The cloud is covering the top of that mountain, and the birds are flying in the air. It's so cool. Have a great day, guys. I love you.